Hello everyone! It's celery juice making's time. You gotta have a big knife for this big, badass celery juice that you make. I've actually changed my celery juice making thing up because I make it so often now. I used to start with a stalk every morning, detail it, clean it, throw away the dirty butt. Now I take 5 or 6 stalks, I clean them, detail them, and then I have them for the week. And then I just sort of eyeball it, and I grab a nice handful, and then I chop it up, and I put it into my blender. And lately I have been doing apple and kiwi because it doesn't turn it gray. So, and there's also not a whole lot of other green vegetables available to me in my neighborhood outside of maybe grapes, which is fine, but I accidentally got some red grapes and it turned gray. And just psychologically speaking, that was really bugging me. Anyway, green apple, kiwi, and celery juice is the bomb. And you know what I've actually been noticing is that I stay pretty full for a while. I don't need to eat. I am doing intermittent fasting, which means I eat around between 12 and 1, but usually it's after 1 because I like to test myself and see how far I can go. So it gets to 12 and I just kind of look at the clock and I'm like, can I go 30 more minutes? Then I get busy doing something else and yeah, 30 minutes or an hour even passes by and I don't have to worry about it. Also, I have learned the art of chopping up the kiwi. I cut it in half and then I just scoop out the goodness instead of having to, I was trying to use a peeler to peel the skin off. I once put the skin in there. That wasn't a good idea. If you have a juicer, you could do that. So I hope everyone's having a wonderful day so far. I looked outside. Here in Brooklyn, it is pouring rain, and it's going to be pouring rain all day. I was like, what could I talk about today that has to do with rain, starting your day off right? I'm all about setting the stage for your entire day in the morning. You have so much control over your day, and it starts with you taking control of it the first thing that you do in the morning. And that could be with healthy food, healthy juices, and healthy mind. Starts with not hitting the snooze button 8 times, getting up, and getting your shit done. So I looked out the window and the first thing that came into my mind was the word choice and just how much of that we really have. And it reminded me that the other day on a Friday, big time fail, I took on a day of coordinator role, wedding planner role for a bride this last weekend. And on Friday, as a formality, I said, I'll attend your rehearsal so I can just see it go down and help you if you need anything during the actual ceremony. Otherwise, I've got the reception. And so I was almost 2 hours late to the rehearsal because I got stuck in gridlock traffic in downtown Manhattan. I literally it was 1.2 miles. I don't even think it was that long. And it took me 3 hours to just cross the very bottom part of Manhattan. So in that moment, I had a moment to flip the fuck out. I was like, this is insane. I am embarrassed. I am going to be late. I hate Manhattan. I'm moving out of the city. I never wanted to live here to begin with. There was all of these things, and this was all about 30 or 45 seconds, and then it was deep breath in, right here, deep breath out, right now. And I said, I have a choice. I have a choice to flip out, to turn on myself, which is what I was doing. It was a bad decision. I shouldn't have taken on this event. I'm not qualified for it. It went, my ego went crazy to try to protect me in this moment, because what I was doing is I was fighting. I was in a primitive form of I needed to go fight a tiger. And I was sitting in my car with the air conditioning and the radio playing, my phone plugged in so I could listen to anything I wanted, right? So the choice was, I could sit here and flip out, or I could fill this time up with something I know I need to do, which is continually educate myself. So I threw on my success podcast, which I absolutely adore. Then I ran through that because it was 37 minutes. And then I put Dave Ramsey on, which is he's just becoming one of my most favorite gurus right now. He just tells it like it is. I absolutely love that guy. And I got busy learning, and I knew I was going to be there, and I made a fun video for the bride apologizing that I was going to be late, and she was super laid back about it. That's incredible. She was a really great bride. And I got to work, and I made a choice. I made a choice that I could either flip out, be resentful, be angry, turn on myself, swirl thoughts around in my head that weren't going to serve me, that were going to set me way back, way back. I at once picked up the phone and was going to call one of my coaches and be like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like that kind of thought. Or I chose what I chose, which is put on a podcast, pull out the notebook, start writing stuff down, text nice things to your husband, feel nice thoughts for yourself. And so when I look out the window on a day like this and I see rain, I have a choice. I could look at that as limiting. I have to go to the city today and do a meeting. My hair is gonna be a mess, or I can just put my hair back in a low ponytail, prepare for my meeting, and show up with a bright, sunny disposition, because those people there are going to be feeling the effects of this rain too. So I could provide more joy to them. I could choose to also look at the rain outside and say, that is nourishing, it's cleaning our streets of New York, which is always imperative. It's watering our flowers and our trees. It's making our parks beautiful. And it's rain, it's nature, it's cleansing. And I can choose to look at it that way, or I can choose to look at it in a negative way. And really the reason why I'm talking about this is we have those choices all day long. If we want to make a change in our life, and we repeatedly have patterns in our life where we go to the refrigerator mindlessly and pull out food that we don't even want, need, or are hungry for, and we start to eat it. If we can start creating awareness and mindfulness, then we can start to notice that we have a choice. We have a choice to take what we want to change very seriously, commit to it, stop at nothing to have it in our life, and make our choices from there. Sort of having to become a totally different person, the totally different person that you want to become, and using that brain to make our choices. And it's not easy to interrupt pattern thinking, but it can happen, and it does happen when you do the work. And for me, when I wanted to make these changes of having a clearer mind, having a vision, a purpose, and a focus, that's what I needed to do, is to make changes, or to make choices to commit to the changes that I wanted to make. And because of that, my whole life opened up. And now I make choices all the time. I'm very aware of choosing to look at the bright side. And I'm not talking about this like Pollyanna positivity. I'm talking about taking control of your life. And it's totally possible. I've done it, and I work with people that do it every day. And I'm not saying it's easy, but I'm saying it's possible. And if it were possible for you, what could you accomplish? Oh my gosh, if you were to start drinking celery juice every day, what could you accomplish? So much. You would have so much energy to get everything that you wanted to get done, to play with your kids, to go to the gym, to write the book, to ask for the raise. You'd feel the confidence and the clarity to know that you deserve that, and you'll show up like that, and they will see that, and they will give you the raise, and your kids will respect your boundaries, and you will go to the gym, and you will feel accomplished. All of these things are possible because you have the power to choose, and it's on you. No one can make you do it. You have to do it for yourself. All right, these 8 minutes long, guys. I love you. If you want any help, you know where to find me. Bye.